Hello, Steve here, Steve Mills, and welcome to the Results Podcast. It's great to have you here, and thank you for your time in being here. So today I wanted to talk to you about a really, it's like a really simple opportunity, and to be honest, it's just a no-brainer that you should be doing this, but so many businesses that I speak to don't do it, and it is the use of hyperlinks in your marketing generally, but specifically I want to talk to you about the use of it in your email marketing. Before I do, I just want to remind you really of the importance of email within your marketing. Again, so many people don't do it. They tell me things like, oh, I don't want to spam people, I don't want to, push too much and so on. And whilst I totally agree, you don't want to spam people, you do want to email people who are interested in what you do on a reasonably regular basis. And by reasonably regular, I'd say at least every 2 weeks. In order to be able to keep you and your company and your products fresh in their minds. So that said, let me just talk about hyperlinks. So just to clarify, because not everybody is fully aware, a hyperlink is really easy to create. It's an embedded link, normally in some text. So you might have a, you might have a hyperlink on your website to a different website or a different page on your website. You might have one, create them on social media. And by the way, if you're not doing that, you really should do. We get over 1,000 people come to our website every month by creating hyperlinks. Now, if you compare that, and by the way, that's for free. If you compare that with Google AdWords, perhaps £2 a click, that amount of traffic is going to cost you £2,000 to get that many people, and yet we can do it using social media for nothing just by creating hyperlinks. But as I said, excuse me, just getting a bit of a cough there. As I said, hyperlinks can be used in all different ways, but I'm going to talk about use of them when doing email campaigns. Recently did a campaign for a client, and what we did is, I suppose you could call it an awareness campaign. And the idea was that we target clients and prospects, telling them about the full range of products and services that our particular client provided. And that's actually a really interesting concept in itself, because often businesses pigeonhole you. We've had this in our business many, many times, where, for example, somebody's come along to perhaps a LinkedIn workshop or any of our workshops, and then a couple of weeks later, I phone them up and say, how's it going? Have you managed to implement some of the ideas? And they tell me, oh, yeah, we're really moving forward, Steve. We've just signed up this company to do us a new website. And I say, oh, well, we could have done that for you. Oh, could you? Oh, I never knew you did that, Steve. My point being, whose fault is that? It is definitely my fault for not educating the customer on the full range of services that we provide. So that's really what I'm talking about here for this particular example. So the customer set up, I think there was about 10 different products that they wanted to tell people about, 10 different, almost like groups of products, like we might have training and so on. And they sent an email out, and it had a headline with about a paragraph of text, so a little bit of, teaser copy in order to get them interested. And then we did a hyperlink. It was actually in a box, but it could have just been a text link back to the web page that was appropriate for that particular product. So we had about 10 different hyperlinks that people could click on if they wanted. product A, they'd click this one. If they wanted product B, they'd click that one, and so on and so forth. Now, the real value of that is that we're driving people to the website who are interested. Why would you click on a link to something that you weren't interested in? You probably wouldn't. So we can assume, I think quite rightly, that these people are interested in that product. Now, the other good news is that with the modern technology that virtually all email marketing systems use. Now, just to be clear, I'm not talking about like Outlook or something like that, or Gmail. I'm talking about proper email marketing systems, of which there are many, many hundreds, if not thousands of different systems, pretty much universally offer this as an opportunity. So that said, you are able to track and see what someone's looking at using your email marketing system. So in other words, my client was able to get a list of everybody who'd clicked through on product A, and then they were able to follow up with another email and then phone those clients. And they'd phone those clients knowing that they were interested enough, not like they're not, I don't think, like massively hot leads, but they've seen a product, thought, that's interesting, I want to know more, clicked on the link, gone to the website, potentially they've gone off and looked at other products as well while they were there, but the point being they've clicked on the website, we know who they are, we've got their email address, we've got their name, we've got their company, and we've got their telephone number, and we can then phone those people in order to turn that level of interest into business. And that's what a hyperlink will do for you in email. All you've got to do is to follow it up. And, you know, for me, it's just a no-brainer. If you're not doing that, there's an amount of money that's sitting there being wasted every day because you're not doing it. So go and do it, basically. But also, as I said, you know, you can use it hyperlinks in lots of other ways on your website, on social media, you know, on your advertising, and really even on the footer of your email. You know, if you use something like Outlook or a Google Mail, you could create a link saying, you know, sign up to our, you know, marketing tips. So you could do that, or you could say, watch our latest YouTube video. Click here. So, you know, there really are massive opportunity, particularly if you're not really using them or not using them to the fullest. So that's about it. If you want to know more from me, you know, hopefully what to do by now if you subscribe to my channel, and that is to go to steve-mills.com. If you want to book a meeting, do the same thing and use the online diary on the homepage to book that meeting. And you know, by all means, subscribe to my podcast, get the latest tips and ideas. And you know, please feel free to share that with other people that you may know. So that's it. Thank you very much for listening, and look forward to speaking to you again on my next podcast. Thanks very much.